And welcome to Poppy's Kitchen. This is my new kitchen and I'm going to teach you how to cook some fantastic dishes for the summer, and those which are really easy as well and you're going to love to make, because our first dish is a lovely little chocolate trifle. Now, who doesn't like chocolate? And obviously you're saying, oh my god, chocolate is really bad for my kids. And if you're a kid, you're saying, Mom, please make me this fantastic chocolate trifle. The thing is that the chocolate that we're going to use today is an 80% proof cocoa chocolate, meaning it's a cooking chocolate that we're going to blend down. We're going to mix in a little paneer, which is low fat. Paneer is cottage cheese. It's really healthy for you and it's ultra delicious, and you never really think that it goes well in desserts, but I'm going to teach you differently today. I'm going to start off by taking a knife and using some cooking chocolate and chopping it up. So you take about 150 grams and you just break it up like so. This is not because you need to chop the chocolate or shape it into a particular mold. You just want the chocolate to cook easier in the pan. Next step, you take a deep frying pan, put it on a medium heat, and then simply pick up the pieces of chocolate and throw them right in. Now, traditionally, you should cook the chocolate in a bain-marie, meaning you make a pot of water and you place another pot in it in which you melt the chocolate down gradually. But I say forget about it. Waste time. Just melt the chocolate straight away. Because this dessert is quick and easy, it's really simple as well. Okay, so while our chocolate melts, I'm just going to grab a spoon, mix it in, and as you can see, the chocolate confecture started sticking to the pan. We just want to mix it a little bit. And very slowly at this point, we're going to add in about 50 mils of milk, which is not a lot, it's about 6 tablespoons. Why we're doing this is because we want the milk to turn into a chocolatey milk. Oh, look at that, lovely flavors coming together. Now, cooking should not be difficult, and the one thing that you should always remember is that if you're new to cooking, A, be safe in the kitchen, always stand away from the cooker, cook away from yourself, wear your apron, and make sure that you follow some safety regulations. See how lovely this chocolate looks. Now, when you usually melt chocolate down for a ganache or for a gâteau, you put in a lot of butter, which makes this even more heavier, but I've used half-fat milk, so it's not as unhealthy for you as people would like you to have it. It's lovely sauce happening. My chocolate is almost melted. I don't want it to become too grainy, and by that I mean that when the grains sort of comes up on the side of your pan, that's when you know that you should take the chocolate off the heat, otherwise the oils will separate. Store and you buy a really nice Bounty or a Kit Kat and you open it up and it's got that horrible white stuff on it, well, don't worry, that's not that the chocolate's gone bad, because chocolate can't go bad. It's simply the oil in the chocolate that you've used, let's say the butter or milk that you use, that's separated, and that's what gives it a sort of nasty little flavor. If you just leave the chocolate out for a little while, that white stuff will disappear and you can eat it again and be almost like fresh. Okay, so our chocolate is ready. Next step, we're going to prepare the base, or the, let's say, the filling of our trifle. And for that, I have today this amazing pound cake. You can make pound cake at home. You can make regular sponge and use it. I bought this pound cake at a store. So let's just chop up a little pound cake. Oh, that looks like quite a bit. Oh, it's nicely crumbled up. And I love using pound cake and trifles because I think it gives a really nice little crunch, because the crust is a bit crunchy, there's a little bit more sugar in it, and it's just really delicious. Okay, now in another pan, we get it on a medium flame. We just take the pound cake and drop it straight in, and we crumble it with our hands as we do so. To get the pound cake to brown, we're not going to use butter, but we're going to put in this low-fat cream cheese, or paneer as we call it. What this will do is it'll give a really nice dimension to the trifle, almost make it like a cheesecake trifle. Okay. Now at this point we're going to do something what I love doing, which is called fusion. So I'm going to take a little crushed red chili flake. Now as you can see, this is crushed red chili flake. What this essentially does is when you add it into a sweet, it enhances the flavor of the sweetness. So let's say I'm not putting in any extra sugar, but if I use a little tiny amount of red chili, it'll bring the sweetness out in the dessert. So one small pinch into my pound/cheesecake mix. Now our pound cake is breaking down. And once all the bits start looking a bit soggy, just turn the heat off and put it to the side because you're almost done. You just have to make one more thing to bring this trifle together. Okay, now my last part for the trifle is a strawberry. Because strawberries are in season and they're readily available, what we're going to do is we're going to make a small little compote. And what this does is that A, it gives color to your dessert. Secondly, it gives a slight tanginess. And of course, chocolates and strawberries go really well together. So now I've not done anything to the strawberry. I'm keeping it whole. Get my small frying pan on a medium flame. And into this pan, I'm going to add in 2 large teaspoons of brown sugar. Now you can use gur, which is jaggery, which you get in the market instead of brown sugar. Don't use white sugar because I find that white sugar A, crystallizes. Secondly, brown sugar and jaggery is much more healthy for you. So let this reduce down. The key thing to remember is the type of heat that you apply. If you increase the heat, reduce it very shortly afterwards. Otherwise, your sugar over browns, or it becomes a hard caramel or a toffee, or it gets burnt. It's just going to be awful. So just keep moving it off and on the flame. You can see lovely caramelization happening with the brown sugar there. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Okay, and I'm just going to turn the heat down completely. At this point, add in the strawberries. See how the sizzling happens? Because there's a cooler item that's gone in on the sugar, so the sugars will automatically caramelize. Now, we're going to add a dash of milk, but watch out, it'll sputter a lot, and the sugar will become hard. Just add in a little bit. Look at that bubbling. Mix it in, and now you have this fantastic toffee cream action happening. Turn the heat off. Add in a little bit more milk. Lovely, 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 lovely. Mix that in. Ooh. Turn the heat back on because the sugar hardens. We're just going to mix these in. Reduce the strawberries down just a little bit. Don't want it to become too dark. Add in a little bit more milk. So all in all, you put in about 80 mils of milk into these strawberries. And now for our final ingredient, which is dried coconut. Take 2 large teaspoons of dried coconut, put it into your strawberry mix. What will happen is that the coconut will soak in the sugary juices, merge with the strawberries, and give a lovely coconutty sort of flavor to our entire dessert. Up all about. How will I bring this dessert together? Let's say I don't have a bowl, or I don't have a bowl in which it's really see-through and I want you to see all the colors. Well, use a little glass. Use any glass that you have in your house. So here is our lovely drinking glass. Next we get a spoon. And now it's all a matter about creating a good layer. So we get some of that pound cake, put it in at the base. Make sure you got a nice little base over there. You don't need to, flatten it because the weight of the sauce will do it for you. Next, let's get some of that lovely chocolate ganache that we've got. Look at that, dripping in, gorgeous. Now use your spoon and sort of push it down a little bit, because we want the last couple of strawberries to just sort of balance out there. Get any remainder coconut that you have and place it around the strawberry. You want all those fantastic flavors to get in. Finally, in the end, some more chocolate and just layer it in like that. What we're going to do is we're going to take a little fresh strawberry and we're just going to make some beautiful little slices of it, like so. And then we're going to place it on top of our dessert, like so. So those lovely colors sit up. And finally, because chocolate, strawberry and mint go really well together, we're just going to take one mint leaf, place it on the side of the strawberries, and voila! Our fantastic chocolate trifle in a glass with strawberries as a surprise and a little mint leaf is ready.